It is May 11th, 2017, and guess who's live in the studio today? It is my man, Freddie H. Freddie, how's it going?
Pretty good, Jack. Pretty good.
So,
Today is May 11th. This is my wife's and my 54th wedding anniversary.
oh, congratulations. So has it been like 54 all in Canada, or?
No, not completely.
Really, eh? Where do you guys start off?
In Canada, in Castlegar, and we ended up, I think we moved to 3 or 4 different pulp mills in the world.
Oh, really, eh? Wow, that's pretty good. 54 years, that's quite a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So before we start off with this game, because I know we got Houston and the Spurs on in the background. I don't know. Do you want to jump into this score right now, or
No, let's do the NHL.
okay? So last night was a very, 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 very hard night for me. Why? Because the Edmonton Oilers, they lost a Game 7 to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Or it's the Anaheim Ducks now, right? Mighty Ducks is a Disney
The
movie.
old days.
It's a Disney movie. So thing is, honestly, I don't think they played a well game last night.
No, I don't think so either. They, as far as I'm concerned, they blew Game 5.
Yeah, they blew Game 5, but they killed it in Game 6.
Like I said before, each game doesn't mean much. There's always another one coming, and the Oilers are very young, and they have to learn how to get mentally prepared for these sort of games.
Plus, the thing is, it's a Game 7, right? And they actually made it in the playoffs. So that I can't be too disappointed.
No, that's true. That's very true. I'm glad they made it after so many years. But I'll go back to past times when the Oilers won their 4 in a row, and Gretzky came up from the World Hockey Association, and the first time, his first year was similar to what's his face?
Oh, McDavid?
McDavid, and
Yeah.
he had won the scoring. He tied with a guy from L.A. Anyways, the Gretzky did.
Yeah.
And that first year, they made it to the finals and lost
Oh,
to
wow.
New York Islanders, and they were learning. Same as I think the same with the Oilers now. They were learning how to win and how to respond to the pressure, and they did. And I think they will do the same thing. And another example was the New York Islanders when they had won 3 or 4 in a row. It was the same thing. They didn't win the first time.
Yeah. So you're telling me that the Oilers lost like Gretzky's first year?
Yes.
Right? I think I was like 1 year old or something, but I definitely don't remember.
I remember.
But the thing is, they lost the first year.
They lost the first Stanley Cup final.
Oh wow.
Okay. And they won the next 1 or 2 in a row. I'm not quite sure. But it's very similar to what I can see now.
Well, you know what it is? It's kind of like you need that kind of experience, right? So, you know, if you think back to as we were kids and you ride a bike, you're obviously not going to get it the first time, right? Or you drive a car, you're not going to get it the very, very first time, right? So it just it puts a mindset of, hey, you know what? Let's push as hard as we can, and then all of a sudden get that experience.
That's correct. But
So-
it's hard to do when you're a rookie and it's the first time around for most of them guys.
Yeah.
I think the only person on the Edmonton Oilers team was Lucic that had any
no.
Stanley Cup experience.
Obviously with Boston when they won in 2011.
Yes.
Then just multiple playoff appearances, and then wasn't he on the LA Kings after that for a bit?
Lucic won
Yeah.
1 year, but he didn't do too well with them.
Oh no, I mean like, did they go to the playoffs that year when he was on the Kings?
If they did, they didn't go very far.
Yeah, true.
I don't remember that.
So okay, the Oilers are out. Anaheim Ducks play Nashville Predators.
Correct.
Predictions on that?
I will hope that Predators win?
You know what it is? I think it's in Anaheim, the first two games, because they have home court advantage. With the Nashville Predators, it's just ever since they made that PK Subban trade. Like, I know he's annoying and so cocky, and I hate arrogant guys. So do you, but this guy has obviously made a difference on the ice.
He is a good hockey player. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
His cockiness is on the ice, because off the ice he's a good person. He's contributed a lot of his money towards young kids in trouble, and a lot of very good signs. I've changed my opinion quite a bit of him, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. So you want Nashville to win. With me, I gotta tell you, it's just Anaheim Ducks are playing on a whole new level. Like, say 20 games left in the regular season, I had a feeling, I'm like, God, I hope Oilers don't play the Ducks. God, I hope the Oilers don't play the Ducks, because it's just when it's the playoff, Getzlaf turns it on every time.
Well, he did this time.
Oh yeah,
he did this time. Getzlaf was, I mean, quite a few of the Anaheim Ducks have been there and done that.
Yeah.
Okay, they've won a Stanley Cup a few years ago.
It's 2007, right?
Well, they're still, they still won one. Oilers haven't been in for
2006.
Oh my God, in the playoffs, but they haven't won. So
yeah, for sure.
Since the 90s, I guess 90 maybe. 91.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just the thing is, so we got our picks, the Ducks and the Nashville Predators. So we already know Ottawa's in because they beat out the Rangers, right? So Ottawa's in. Erik Karlsson on that team, the franchise player for that one. Last night, besides the Oilers and the Ducks game, right? Last night was Ovechkin versus Crosby. I'm gonna let you take this one because I know you got some stuff to say on this one.
Well, I've said this before. Ovechkin, I feel really sorry for him. He tries hard.
Yeah.
And I was sort of kind of hoping that they would win, just to get over the little hurdle that he has never done.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think this time around, I don't know, maybe I'm guessworking, but I've watched quite a few of the games, and I think that it wasn't only him that made the loss. Backstrom didn't do too much, and he was one of their better players, okay? Ovechkin, I didn't know until today that he was playing with taking painkillers.
Oh, was he?
Yes. And he doesn't disclose exactly what it was, but I read some stuff on the internet this morning, and he, how Ovechkin is very, very adamant about playing with the Russian teams in the Worlds.
Yeah.
And he said he would be going in there even if the NHL next year said they weren't going, he was still going to go. But anyways, this year he wouldn't go to the IIHF playoffs because of this injury.
Oh, wow.
So to me, that states that he is really hurting.
That's pretty serious.
No, really, because he would have gone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm like you. I feel bad for the guy. It's been like 12 years in the season. Or sorry, in the NHL, and he hasn't made it past the second round. He's like the CP3 of the NHL, right? It's Chris Paul, right? Don't get me started on those stupid Clippers, by the way. So now we have Pittsburgh versus the Ottawa Senators, and I'm pretty sure it's in Pittsburgh because they got home ice advantage, right? Who do you got for that one?
Once again, I'm going to hope it's Ottawa, not because it's a Canadian team, but because Pittsburgh won last year.
Yeah.
And I don't think Pittsburgh is as good as they were last year, to be very honest with you. I think that Ottawa, his goaltending's better, and to win in the NHL in the playoffs, your goaltending has to be superb, as is Nashville's goalie. I think he's going to... Pekka is going to... If he keeps playing the way he is, they will beat the Ducks. And that's my prediction anyways.
That's the X factor in this one, eh?
Yeah.
Who do you think the X factor in the Ottawa versus Penguins is?
It'll be the goalie again. It'll be Anderson.
Oh, Anderson. Okay.
For Ottawa. If he has a good series, they're going to be in it.
Yeah.
I think that series will go a long way. It's going to go 6-7 games.
Yeah.
And in the Nashville Anaheim series, I don't care if it's going to start in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville will win one of them games because they are really up. And they're like Washington. They've never been here before, but they made it.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling, and it's a hurdle that they've passed.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they can get past the third round, but they've made it there, which Washington never has.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so, by the way, Travis Green, your buddy, Canucks, right? When's the next time you're going to talk to this guy?
I don't know. He's mom and dad live in Castlegar, so I see him off and on, but not, bump in by accident.
Yeah. No, you think he'll turn the franchise around?
I hope so.
Yeah.
He's a very nice person. He's intelligent. He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him play hockey, and I hope he does. As a matter of fact, I might even start cheering for the Canucks.
Oh, for the Canucks
with him being a coach.
Well, I know you're going to go to the games. I know we had this conversation before. I know you're going to go to the games. So let's jump over to the NBA for a second here. So right now, because we're going to talk about this, the start of the fourth quarter, and it's your San Antonio Spurs leading the charge.
They're leading the charge. I really don't understand how. I watched the first half, and Aldridge was having a really good game, and San Antonio's defense was superb.
Yeah.
Okay. So and Kawhi Leonard isn't playing.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling. Leonard's
really
not playing, and these guys are away on the road too, and they're winning by what, 20 points?
Well, no,
25 points.
15 now, isn't it? Or maybe 20.
25 points. Yeah. Wow.
Well, whatever. See,
Oh,
they're chipping in.
LaMarcus Aldridge, Jonathan Simmons, Patty Mills, Pau Gasol. Wow, that's pretty.
But it's their defense that's doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Popovich. That's no other two ways about it. Because after that first game when they got blown away, I thought, oh my God.
Yeah.
And the second game, I seen the San Antonio team that I've seen for the years.
Yeah.
Whose primary function was defense. And once they play defense, even the Warriors are going to have trouble beating them if they play good defense.
We're gonna get to the Warriors in this because this is mind-boggling. What's happening here without their superstar, the Claw, right? So, if we jump over to the East, because we already know the Warriors have advanced to the conference finals, right? Jumping over to the East, we have the Boston Celtics tomorrow night at the in Washington to face the Wizards in Game 6. Pivotal matchup. Boston Celtics lead that series 3-2. So, who do you got in this one? Because it's in Washington, and Boston is not a good road team in this kind of environment.
Like I probably mentioned this before, that I predicted that series will go 7 games.
Uh-huh.
I am fairly confident that Washington will win Game 6. And then he will go back to Boston, and I'm pretty sure Boston will win Game 7.
Yeah, no. You know what? I think this series is based on the home team, right?
Yes.
So, it's just the thing about Washington is they have no bench, nothing.
Oh, they're Bogdanovich, and that's about it.
Well, you got like Brandon Jennings, who's cocky as hell, but the guy puts up 2 points. It's like, dude,
exactly.
What the hell are you doing, man?
That's right.
I'm like, I got a torn ACL. I could put up more than 2 points. I know I can, right? I'm just like, oh my God. But the thing is, for some reason, I just don't see John Wall on this team in the future.
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Him and Beal don't seem to be friendly.
No.
I just don't see the vibe on between them.
You know what? They don't have any team chemistry.
Well, maybe that's the word I was looking for.
So last year they had this fight on court, and it was taped and everything, and it's just like, okay, they don't get along. But when it comes to basketball, they do get along. So it's just like you have that constant. Like I wouldn't go as far as to say Shaq and Kobe when they had their beef, right?
No.
That was hardcore, right?
Yeah.
But this is kind of like they don't gel with one another, right?
Yeah.
But in these playoffs, and especially this year, they are gelling like crazy. However, for God's sakes, they have no bench. Like, that's the problem. If you take a look at the Washington Wizards, every single time John Wall goes to the bench, they get killed.
That's true. This last game that they lost, it was fairly even scoring.
Yeah.
And that Kelly Oubre was 20 off the bench. 13 off the bench, which is,
It's not
he
bad.
played. Bogdanovich played 23. He only got 6 points. You're right. There was no.
Oh, wow.
He had better than that a few games before.
Yeah.
And Gortat, I don't think much of him, put it that way. I never have.
Yeah, you know what? I remember when back in the day, back in I think it was 2011, 2010, he used to be the backup center for Dwight Howard, right? Back in Orlando.
Yeah.
He was good back then, right? Because he's only a backup. But to give him the starting position, it's just like you're asking quite a bit.
He does know how to do it.
Yeah.
I watched him miss at least 6 layups in that game they lost. At least 6
Wow.
And I'd say, my God, you're 7 feet tall. Just get on your toes and drop it in. Why are you trying to lay it up?
Yeah, for sure.
Smack it down.
I know.
You just giving her a little twink and missed.
Yeah. So it's just Boston we have coming out of this. And the thing about Boston is they're like 12 deep. Whatever you do, whenever like if Isaiah Thomas goes to the bench, right, and you have your bench come in and replace him, kind of thing, it doesn't matter.
No.
Because you have Al Horford who's putting up crazy numbers, and you have a phenomenal bench in the Boston Celtics. So I'm with you. I personally think Boston will win Game 7 and they will win the series.
Yeah, I think they will, because this last game, the highest points was Bradley, but he's been coming on.
Yeah, for sure. He is.
So all the starters, Amir Johnson played the least of the starters, and he got 8 points. And that Jaylen Brown got no points, and he played more than Amir Johnson. But every man on the bench on Boston's team played that game.
Really?
Yeah, right to 4 minutes, but he still played. Everybody. Boston plays a game that I like. I like the way they move the ball. I like their defense. I like their style. I think they're going to beat Cleveland if they win too.
Okay, so I'm hoping that, like, you know me, I'm so hoping. To all the LeBron James fans out there, it's cool that you have your own opinion. It's cool that, hey, you like LeBron, but hey, guess what? These two guys don't, so whatever. But here's the deal. So, like, Boston Celtics have been, like, are favored to win this series, right? And they're going to face Cleveland in the conference finals. But Tyronn Lue, Cleveland's coach, is already predicting, and he's already saying it's going to be Cavs versus Warriors in the finals, round 3.
Doesn't matter what he thinks.
That's pretty cocky, though, right?
Well, he's learning from LeBron.
Yeah, well, there you go, right? It's just, well, there you go. That's perfect, right? But it just, I don't think this is an easy cakewalk for the Cavs.
It's not going to be. It is so far because the Raptors, as far as I was concerned, were no opposition. Even though Lowry wasn't playing, he was still it was no opposition.
No, not a chance.
I knew that once they played Cleveland and they would double team DeMar, he would slow it down quite a bit, and they held him down to pretty little in a couple of games.
Yeah.
And then when he made his big points, they lost anyway. So.
Oh yeah, for sure, it doesn't matter.
It didn't matter.
So, jumping off the record here for a second here, you mentioned Kyle Lowry, right? Now he's on record that he says he wants to win a ring. He definitely wants to win a ring. So he's looking at teams out west, right? Now there's 2 vacancies, not all in the west. There's 2 vacancies. One, your San Antonio Spurs, because Tony Parker's getting older and he's out and he's got a quadriceps tear.
That's right.
That's like a year recovery process, and he's 35.
He won't do it.
No, right? So here's the thing with Kyle Lowry. He could either A, go to the Spurs and compete with Derrick Rose for that position, or the Philadelphia 76ers, and this was announced today, Philadelphia 76ers are on record saying that they will offer him, the hometown boy, because he's from Philadelphia, a max contract.
Well, he's you and I tossed around what he was making.
Oh god.
And his I just didn't know for sure, but today I read that he had a $48 million contract with the Raptors, and he has 1 year left that he's gonna be unrestricted free, unrestricted free agent this year. $48 million. So you and I figures are way off.
Yeah. It's just with Kyle Lowry, like, I get it. You want to go play elsewhere because you're out east. LeBron James is gonna kill anybody in the East for sure, right? So no matter how many times Kyle Lowry and the Raptors play LeBron James, right? So you wanna play for a contender.
That's right.
But if you want to play for a contender, why the hell would you go to the 76ers?
They're up and coming. I think they're going to be pretty good.
No, they're up and coming for sure. Right?
But maybe not next year.
No, hell no. No way. No.
No.
And especially Joel Embiid keeps injuring himself, so I'm not sure about that one. So, Celtics versus the Cavs, and how many games you're thinking for this one?
Well, the home games are in Boston. I think they'll win every game at home.
It could happen, yeah. No,
and if they lose one, that means they have to win one in Cleveland, and they're capable of doing it because they do play pretty good defense.
Yeah, for sure.
This Houston Spurs series is surprising me all to what.
Oh my god!
Because right now he went up for a layup and he was blocked, and now there's a layup the other way. Well, but anyway, it's any sport. I've played several sports.
Yeah.
And when you get to any playoff, no matter which level, I don't care if it's the top level or just a Class D level.
Yeah.
If you don't have defense,
for sure,
you're gonna have trouble winning.
You're dead.
There's statements from the old times. I remember, your best defense is offense. BS.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. You gotta have defense, then the offense comes off the defense.
Try to tell him that to Dan Tony.
Well, he's never learned that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't think he's gonna ever win.
No, not a chance.
Not a championship.
So here's the thing. So I'm thinking just because it's LeBron James, it's going to be Cleveland in 6.
Well, I'm just going by a hunch that Boston is not quitters.
Yeah, for sure. No,
they play good defense, better than Cleveland.
Yeah,
they do. They play better defense than Cleveland.
Yeah, for sure.
And if they can stop, they beat the Raptors because of 3 points, not too much else, not 3-pointers in the games that I watched. If they can stop the 3-point stuff, let LeBron score 50, just like DeRozan did it. Hey, Bradley and Smart and Thomas, they'll get their 25, 30. Amir Johnson, he's pretty tough in the middle.
Oh, last night's game. Or was it it was last night's game. Him and Horford protected the rim like it was just. That's how they got their defense. That's how they blew out the Wizards.
Yeah.
So no, like I'm with you. Like I want the Celtics to win this. As a Laker fan, I can't believe I'm saying that, right? But still, I don't like LeBron James. So, when it comes down to it, I think I want the Celtics to win, but it just part of me, I think. LeBron James is on a tear, and you can't stop this guy. So let's jump over to the West, because right now we have an unbelievable game, and it's the Warriors versus the winner of the Houston Rockets.
It's going to be Spurs. By the looks of it.
Yeah, but looks like Spurs. So here's the thing that mind boggles me. the Spurs have no Kawhi freaking Leonard today. And they got Jonathan Simmons, and the guy's playing unreal. I think he's got like 25 points, right? But how do the Warriors expect to beat the Spurs?
By 3 points and passing the ball, which they're playing the same type of game as far as I'm concerned, except
Yeah.
the Spurs got better defense.
Yeah.
Now if they can hold Curry and Durant to 20 points,
Yeah.
you know, and they'll win.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure. But like I didn't think they'd beat Houston, okay, you know, so I'm just so surprised at how Popovich gets these people aligned so well to play as good as they do without stars.
It's like undrafted guys, right?
Yeah, but he's done that all along.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, well, you and I were talking the other night about Ginobili. I mean, who expected him to do stuff like that?
Okay. I remember I called you that night, or was it the day after, right? For the life of me, I think I have it recorded and I watch it every single time. It's just I don't get it because it was like a second left, and then all of a sudden, James Harden gets the ball and he's about to shoot a 3-pointer, and like James Harden's still on the ground, and all of a sudden Ginobili, he jumps up first, so he knew for a fact that James Harden was gonna jump up, and so what's his face? Ginobili jumped up, I think, a second earlier, and boom, he got him. He blocked a shot.
I was watching and I jumped up out of that chair when I seen that happen because I knew they had won. And
it's like the greatest basketball IQ I've seen, right? And now you got like LaMarcus Aldridge, 32 points, 10 points for Pau Gasol. So this is not an easy cakewalk for the Warriors.
It won't be, like I said. It won't be. It will not be.
First two rounds, except for this game, first two rounds, except for this game, have been like just whatever. Like, come on, I didn't even watch the Raptors. I did not watch the Raptors, but now entering the conference finals, this is something to see.
This is ridiculous.
Oh no, I don't mean this.
No,
I mean like the Warriors versus
yeah.
the Spurs.
Yeah, this I don't believe.
No.
I honestly, I figured they'll just get lost today, and then it'll go back to San Antonio, and they'll probably put a bunch of cortisone in Kawhi's ankle, and he'll play.
Yeah.
This is a rest day, and they probably figured, we can lose this. Well.
Yeah, but you know what it was?
Them away.
I remember I texted you like before. I think it was like around 3 p.m. this afternoon, and I said, "Hey, no Kawhi Leonard," and we both agreed.
Yes.
Spurs gonna lose tonight,
yes.
Right? And then I came by, and I'm like, "You told me the score." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'm sitting here with my mouth open.
I know. I was just like, "Oh my god!" It's like 4:20 left. It's 108-72.
That's what? That's 36 points ahead, and this game's done, right?
Oh yeah, it's totally done.
Look, I kind of feel sorry for him. I was disappointed with him several years ago when he first started playing with Oklahoma City, and they had him and Westbrook and Durant.
Yeah.
I figured they should win the NBA that year.
Oh, he choked in the playoffs.
He made nothing.
He choked. He absolutely choked in the finals. And he had the audacity to ask for a raise after.
And he choked yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, he totally choked. So that's our prediction, and that's it for all the time that we have on the Jag Manga podcast. I'd like to thank Freddie H. Congratulations on the 54 years of anniversary. And we will see you next time, Freddie H. Thanks again, May 11th.
Yes, sir.
okay?